Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. You join us on the Leipzig to Dresden route. We probably want to get set up fairly quickly as we are due out in 15 seconds. So let's quickly get the train set up. We're in the 146 for this run, which we'll have a little look-see at the loco once we're set up. As yeah, we are due out, well, now basically. There we go, and that. I think that means they should all be on. Yep, they're on. AFB, let's get that on as well. I think that's on. No, not yet, hang on. Let's do that again. There we go, RFB. Right, that should be all, I think. Signal lights normal, that's fine. Brake key as well. Is there a brake key on this one? No, there isn't. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the 146 and we're going to be heading over to Dresden. I'm going to split this video into two because, well, it's quite a long run to Dresden. It's, well, a very long run, about an hour and a half. Let's get that off. I'll get the AFB up to 60 by the looks of things. Right, should we get it up to 40 to begin with? Right, I think that's all, let's go.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen.
You got the announcements as well.
RE50 nach Dresden, Hauptbahnhof.
Cool.
Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Leipzig Engelsdorf. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Yeah, so Leipzig Engelsdorf next, which I believe is the third station along. So I did try and find like what do they call it? Well, the thing which would go on this screen here on the Ebula. Did try and find a document for one of those, but couldn't find any. So I don't think one's been made yet for this. Basically, it just tells you all the information you need to know about the route. CFA, yeah, there we go. Cool, so 60 kilometers an hour out of here. There's a 294 over there, 642 coming in as we head out of Leipzig, which, as you can see, is a mega station. 24 platforms. Although hardly any of them are actually taken up in the game. Let's get a little shot here as we make our way out. It's just impressive coming out of here. What if it's busier on PC? Yeah, is it busier on PC? I can't imagine so, because I don't think they've mentioned anything being reduced on the console for this. Yeah, and the lovely 146, which is pretty standard passenger loco. You got the Dostos behind us. Yeah, 1 hour 34 minutes. Cool. And the cool thing about this sort of specific journey, this is the Regional Express 50. You get a nice variety in the trains which run it. So you can have the Talent 2, I think even the 143, the 146, the Dostos. So you get lots of different trains operating, well, this one service, which is quite nice. So I thought we've been in the Talent 2 quite a bit recently, so we'll jump into the 146. I thought it was about time. Then maybe we'll do the 143 up to Meissen at some point. Yeah, so there's two stations before Engelsdorf. CFA. Yeah, CFA, yeah, there we go. And then we sort of run semi-fast then to Riesa. Up to 160. Let's get that up now. 160, let's go. It's 100 miles an hour. Cool. Wonder if we see any of the silver talents. That's a really cool thing about this route. You get like two city commuter systems in one. You get the Leipzig commuter services if you own rapid transit, and then for Dresden, where you get all of the Dresden sort of suburban services as well. So you just get a really sort of nice mix of well, yeah, different commuter services on Leipzig and Dresden, or in Leipzig and Dresden. Stop at this one, and there's one more station after this we don't stop at, I think. And then it's in Engelsdorf. Well, at least I hope that's the case. Hopefully this isn't Engelsdorf right here, which will just about absolutely blow past at top speed. Oh no. Yeah, here. I don't think that's Engelsdorf. Well, I hope not. And you've got LZB here as well. Well, I don't think LZB brings us down for the stations. We still need to do that. I don't think it's too far either, so I'm just going to start popping the brakes on already. Again, it'll be much easier if we had the, what was it, the Butch file plan? No, basically the Ebula thing. If we had that, it would be a lot easier, but we don't. Sadly. Station coming up? Well, we get the announcement, won't we? I know it's next to this yard though. Because when we did the service in the Talent 2, we had to. Well, we still here it is here.
Sifa.
The Sifa, there we go. And as we come into, I believe, Leipzig Engelsdorf, we should get the announcement go off as well. Yeah, there we are.
Leipzig Engelsdorf. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Cool. We're right down to the end of the platform. So again, if you own Rapid Transit, you will be able to drive Talent 2 services, the Silver Talent 2 services from here all the way over to Oschatz, or Oschatz I think it's actually called. Yeah, Huurvrijdabe, yeah.
Huurvrijdabe.
Should be quite a nice stop. Yeah, here we are. This is the first stop. Cool. And then at Borsdorf after this, which is the next stop along. And then after Borsdorf, we then skip a few out as we head over to Wurzen. So not quite an all-stopper. But let's go through the stops here. We got Borsdorf, Wurzen, Karen, Dahlen. I'm probably saying these wrong. Oschatz, Riesa, Globitz, Nunklitz, Plistowitz, Niederrohr, Weinboller, Coswig, Radibul Ost, Dresden Neustadt, Dresden Mitte, and Dresden Hauptbahnhof at 11:30. So we'll probably end up splitting this video at Riesa, which actually is quite a nice place to split it, as that's sort of where we then go on to the old part of the route. Right, 4 kilometres to Borsdorf. I believe it is the next station along. Oh, well, that was severe wheel slip. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Didn't even put it in that much power and it was just like, no. Borsdorf. Cool. There's the big freight yard on the right hand side. Just scared of these services at an hour and a half. It's brilliant, brilliant to see. I really hope we sort of see more extensions to sort of the top German routes. I mean, Riesa Dresden was always a standout German route. To see it sort of be upgraded to TOD 4 and now have this extension is, well, brilliant. Yeah, I wonder if we could see another German route get upgraded and extended in future. Salzburg Rosenheim, that would be a cool one to get extended. Hubstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, another cool one. So it's only 4 kilometres to Borsdorf. And I think it's near enough a straight line, so we should be able to use the distance markers. So that's almost a kilometre already. Oh, here comes a Silver Talent, making its way along. Nice. I'm also hoping at some point we see the Expert 101 come onto this route. As at the moment it's the Dovetail Games 101, which, well, isn't really that good when you've got the Expert 101. So I'm hoping eventually they can sort of swap it out. Right, got an 80 coming up. Again, we do have LZB at the moment, so that can sort of drive for us, but it doesn't come to a stop at stations. So we're just going to sort of do it ourselves. So we didn't get any sort of PZB magnet for the 80, as the train will just slow it. Well, it will slow down for us. Well, it should slow down for you. They're at 80 and it's still at 100 and something. Bit cheeky. So LZB is actually a bit late there, because yeah, the 80 started on that signal there. Unless the LZB will start it from the points. Probably will. Oh, we're now coming into Borsdorf. So we sort of come off the main line and into the little side platform. Across we go. Does feel a bit quick, but it is 80 kilometers an hour, which is about, what, 50 miles an hour? Here we are. I think it was a relatively short platform as well. See that? Cool. Yeah, Hooraidada, whatever. But yeah, I think the next stop after this is Wurzen. So what I actually do, I think Wurzen you come off onto a loop like this. So we can actually probably just drive with LZB, or use the LZB and let it sort of do it for us. Here we are. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, we skip out all that. Yeah, the next one's here. So we should actually just be able to let the train drive itself. Because again, even if you've got LZB on, it won't just stop you at all of the stations. It's not like ATO where it knows where the station is and it will stop. Right, get the door shut. And yeah, onwards to Wurzen in 14 kilometers. Let's get going. And yeah, we'll let the train do itself here. As it should bring us down for the junction coming into Wurzen. Cool. Wurzen. So there is one thing about this route which is a bit like meh, is the ICE services. There's not really many of them, and it's only in the ICE-T. Yeah, sort of ICE train variety wise, there's not really any. It's just the ICE-T. But that's probably how it is realistically. So DB, just get the ICE-1 on here in real life, then we can have it in the game. Right, let's put that to full whack, and yeah, we'll let the train drive itself for a bit. Yeah, it should bring us down for the junction at Wurzen, so we should be okay. I'm just going to pop this power down a bit as it's wheel slipping a bit. I thought I'd set this in autumn again, because autumn on this route just looks lush. And there we go. Cool. Let's get a flyby shot. And you've got a little river down there as well. Nice. Very pretty. Right. Let's come along. And we get a shot just here. Lovely. And you can drive from the other end of the train, but it's the cab car. Personally, I don't really like driving from the doppelstop cab car. Hence the reason why we don't do it very much. But yeah, if you're going to Leipzig, you have to do it from the cab car. I will eventually drive the cab car. I try and avoid it. I don't like it. It's perfectly fine though. Cool, so whereas all the S-Bahn services stop at those stops, we go straight through. Although after Riesa, we then basically stop at every stop. Well, apart from after Cosvig, there's a 101, but that's the Dovetail Games 101. So not as good as the TSG 101. Although after Cosvig, we stop at Radebühl Ost, and then we're then fast into Dresden Neustadt. So we get a bit of fast running there as well. So we're semi-fast, but we do stop at every stop between Riesa and Cosvig on the sort of slow lines. Just hear the announcements now. We're now approaching Wurzen, and we're stopping in time. Again, it should bring us down for the junction at Wurzen, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. And then same for Oschatz as well. Should be okay coming into there because it will bring us down for coming onto the, well, across the junction, as the stations are in loops. Still says 4 kilometers, 160, so we haven't got any speed drops just yet coming up. Well, at least we've still got 4 kilometers to Wurzen or so, or over 4 kilometers. So we're already there 19 kilometers already. I assume that's probably measured from Leipzig. Well, 20 kilometers in 17 minutes. Potentially. I'd assume it's measured from Leipzig, Hauptbahnhof. Again, kilometers are much smaller than miles, so they do rack up quite quickly. See fair. Here comes another station, which I don't think we'll stop in at. There's a little horn through here. We'll be naughty, use the horn. There you go, look, now it's buzzing us, so we got a 60 coming up in 4 kilometers. Now it should brake for us. Well, you've still got to keep an eye on it, because sometimes the sort of dynamic brakes, electric brakes aren't enough, so you have to do a bit more. So it should start, well, should start slowing us down. I'd be surprised if it, I'm quite worried if it didn't. But you can see the little G on there, so it should bring us down for Wurzen. Just going to sort of keep a very close eye out. There we go. Yeah, slowing up. This is doing it automatically, so I'm not doing anything at the moment. I mean, it's actually brought us down quicker than the than it probably should have. We're sort of quite ahead of the pin at the moment. Warning here for a 60. So it should bring us down in time. If it doesn't, won't be happy. So we don't need to acknowledge that because we're LZB at the moment. So that sort of, well, is doing it for us. Sifa. Well, they're saying that it is still at 100. It's like, come on, slow down a bit more. So if we get to the end and it says we've been speeding, blame LZB. About 68 now. No, we should be down in time. In fact, let's take back over control now. There's a 60. Yeah, I'm taking back control of the train. Wurzen. Cool. See, and the talent too from Leipzig Engelsdorf to Oschatz, I think it took was it 45 minutes or so? And we're at Wurzen already, and it's been 20 minutes. Oh, there's a talent too, talking of one. So significantly quicker on the regional express. Seafair. So they terminate here at Wurzen most of the day. Well, most of the day.
Höhefreigabe.
And you get those couple of sort of extra services just go on to Oschatz. Right, I think we're about 130 metres this one, so we'll go up to the next marker. I had a little look-see at the beginning. Well, I say, we probably would have been fine stopping there.
Sifa. Sifa.
That'll do. Yeah, we are... Yeah, 125 metres. Cool. Welcome to Wurzen. Are the lights on? Should be. Or not. A little look-see. We're actually running late apparently. Well, they are on. Just very dim. Got the heating control here as well if you want to muck around with that. Right, close the doors, and it is, yeah, Karun next. Oh no, we got a couple actually. Karun, Dallin. Oh, which one's that? Karun, is that the next stop, or is that a couple of stops along? Let's have a little cheeky look. That is the next stop along. Again, it would be nice to have like the Ebula for this route, but yeah, haven't been able to find one.
Willkommen im Zug RE50 nach Dresden Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Kühlen. Ausstieg Richtung rechts.
Oh yeah, to make a difference when we said that too, yeah. Cool. Wurzen. So we say goodbye to the Leipzig S-Bahn stuff for the time being. Well, we do, because I doubt we're going to see any other ones along here.
Sifa.
Seafair. And again, we'll split the video at Riesa, as it is a long old journey. Oh, that S-Bahn Dresden, which I mentioned in one of the other videos, like a lot, I think like Frankfurt S-Bahn, Rheinrohr Austin, which is Wuppertal Hagen, they've all got sort of like the big multiple units, like the 422s, the 430, the 425, 423. Whereas Dresden still has, well, Dostos for sort of the, well, it says S-Bahn, but I suppose this one isn't really an S-Bahn service. But they use them for the Meissen services, up to Grossenhain. Still using, yeah, push-pull, not like a multiple unit. Right, that was the 27-kilometre board. So we'll probably slow down once we get to the 30 board, just to be on the safe side. Sifa, yeah. Yeah, Karun, and then we got Dallin, and then Oschatz. And then Riesa. I just don't want to go past one of these stations, that would be incredibly annoying. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So we'll just be extra cautious. But already at 100 miles an hour again. Doesn't take long to speed up in this train. It's pretty quick. Right, let's apply a little bit of breakage. As again, 6 kilometres at this speed is nothing. So yeah, just be on the safe side. We'll pop it down already. Don't know, like a signal box up there of some sort. Slightly more manageable speed, 130. And for a second I thought it was right there for a second. It was, I don't know, the way the sort of shadow was, I was like, oh, it's a platform, but no. Not yet. We should get the announcement, that will help out a bit. Can't be too far off though. As Wurzen was what, 27? We're now 32. But it's not entirely a straight line. There we are. Probably still need to be fairly firm on the brakes though. And also you've got to be cautious that we will probably get wheel slide as we're doing this in autumn. That would be alright. Another shortish platform though. And we actually go slightly past the platform here as well, as we're a loco hauled train. We go a little bit past, as we don't really need to be on the platform as we're a loco. Still comfortably on the platform though. Here we are, this is Cologne and then Dalen after this. We're still about 2 minutes behind schedule. I don't really know where we've picked up that time. Yeah, we were on time leaving Engelsdorf. Between there and Borsdorf we lost about a minute somehow. So Deutsche Bahn in partnership with VVO. Who are VVO? Who are they? Right, let's get the door shut. And it is 10 kilometres to Dalen. That can't be the next stop, can it? Let's have a look. It's on a, oh, there it is there. Let's go. So we're at 32 at the moment, so maybe at 40 we'll pop the speed down. Cool. Dalen. And off we go. On our way. What we got coming the other side? Is that Talent? Yeah, Talent 2 coming in. Probably on a RE50 service as well. Double Talent as well. Yeah, I think it's a double one. Well, and also an RE50. There you go, let's go. So up to 100 miles an hour again. Let's get in the overview of this route again. So yeah, 99 miles long. Which is just like, whoa. Now we do skip out, yeah, Darnrichterback, but I think that's the disused station. So we do skip one out. Yeah, 99 miles, 43 stations on here. Although technically on the new bit you've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 20, what, 23 new stations? As this route was originally just Riesa Dresden, which was well, a really popular one, so I suppose they thought, oh, let's extend it. And good, because well, it's great. Yeah, I think there's a disused station here. Was it disused? Oh, was it? Yeah. Wonder when that got abandoned. There's some sort of branch line going off there as well, or some sort of siding. So the last bit we need to check out on this route is, yeah, Meissen. So we'll do that maybe for the next video, at least after the 2 parts of this video. We'll try and do, yeah, one to Meissen. Meissen is beautiful. It's a really, really pretty place on the route. Yeah, so we'll go down there as and when. That'll be a good one. 38, or was it 40 we're going to slow down, weren't we? again, we should get the announcement saying you're now approaching Dallin. But I mean, at 100 miles an hour, and I think that pops up about 600 yards before the stop, you probably ain't got a chance. So I can't rely on the announcements for telling us where the stations are. Not on this one. It's been half hour though. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. It feels like it's been like 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, which is good. It means it's fun. Hopefully everyone's enjoying it if you have made it this far in the video on Leipzig to Dresden, which has been marvellous so far. Right, let's start slowing down a bit. So I'll come down to a more manageable speed for if we see the station ahead of us. Cool. So I don't know what part of the route I prefer really, because they're quite different. So Dresden to Riesa is sort of in the valley. You've got the two lines. It's a lot busier. And then you've got this bit here from Riesa to Leipzig, which is fairly straight, fairly flat, and scenery-wise, it's just sort of fields, farming fields, and flat. So a nice contrast. Well, they're saying that all of the routes within Trans 6 almost have like two halves to them in terms of scenery. Morristown, you've got like Dover to Summit, which is very much out in the sticks, feels quite rural. And then from Summit to Hoboken and New York Penn, it feels like you're in the city. It's triple track, quad track main line. This must be Dallin coming up here. And then, yeah, this route you've sort of got the busy Dresden to Riesa corridor with the fast and the slow lines, and then you've got this bit which is, well, as mentioned, sort of flat and fairly straight. And then Riviera, you've got Exeter to Paignton, which is almost one half of the route, and then you've got the other half, which is Newton Abbot to Plymouth, which is sort of all in the hills, and some of them sort of almost have like two halves to them, which is nice, sort of different, not just the same the whole way through. So we're going slightly past the end of the platform, I think. And I think this little light here tells us about the next signal. So I think that's for the guard to use. So I think when it's like that, it means the next signal's clear, which you can see it is green. Cool. And again, we're 2 minutes late now. It's like, how have we picked that? Where have we got that from? We've been pretty quick the whole way. DB, don't sign me up. All your trains will be even later than they already are, apparently. Cool. And let's get going. Oschatz next in 9 kilometres. Yeah, we should get brought down for that because there is a loop there, I believe, or at least you have to sort of come off of the main line to stop there. So we should be able to let LZB do the job for us.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug RE50 nach Dresden.
Yeah, like we touched on earlier, if they were to extend a German route, what German route would you like to see extended? I'm just trying to think of sort of the other popular German routes. I mean, Frankfurt Fjorder is a popular one, but then that's sort of already at a natural... Well, to be honest, Frankfurt Fjorder, in a way, is almost an extension to Kassel-Würzburg. Frankfurt S-Bahn is almost like an extension to Linker Rheinstrecke, taking it into Frankfurt. So they're all linked already, those routes. Yeah, Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, seeing that extended into Dortmund would be cool. Although I wouldn't say that's the most interesting route, but I think it was one of the old popular routes. I mean, Hamburg-Lübeck, that would be cool to see that go up to Kiel. That'd be a cool extension. and making it TOD4 as well, so making it like this with the new lighting, etc. Yeah, what German route would you want to see extended next? As I mean, this one was sort of the perfect choice. As I suppose then you can go buffer to buffer, Dresden buffer stops to Leipzig buffer stops.
Sifa.
It's already halfway. Cool. So a nice gap to Oschatz. Just having a look to see how many stations we skip between Coswig and Radibühl Ost. I think it's what, 2 or 3? Radibühl Zischewig, Radibühl Kotschebrode, Radibühl Rheinschlogbeer, and then Radibühl Ost. And so we sort of become slightly faster after, well, after Coswig we then become faster again. And again, this video will be in 2 parts, so I'm going to split this at Riesa, which is quite sort of a natural splitting point, as that's where the old route used to end. And where, well, to be honest, that's where the extension sort of ends, and it goes on to sort of the original route.
Sifa.
It's sort of a good place to split it. Oh, Salzburg-Rosenheim, thinking of routes to extend, that would be quite a good one to extend. I don't know where you could extend that to, but that's a really good route, Salzburg-Rosenheim. Munich-Augsburg, you could probably extend that one, that's quite short. Lots of good options. Like all the German routes are now flooding back to me. It's like, oh yeah, that one, that one, that one.
Sifa.
The thing is with German routes though, as someone from the UK, they're only really interesting once you learn the signals and safety systems. Because before I knew PZB, it was the only reason I actually learned PZB, I think, was for Train Sim World 2 when Köln-Aachen came out, and you had the LZB safety system, which is sort of almost compulsory to have on Köln-Aachen, otherwise the train doesn't drive itself and it'll just be weird.
Sifa.
But no, if you want to get into German routes more, learn PZB and German signals. You will enjoy it 100 times more. And make sure you set your thing to kilometers an hour, not miles an hour. Otherwise all the signs will be mismatched between the signs on the route and your HUD. No, can't recommend it enough. Learn PZB, LZB and German signals. They're not that difficult.
Nächste Station, Oschatz. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Now coming into Oschatz. So this took us, it only took us, what, 7 minutes less than what it did in the Talent 2. Although saying that was from Leipzig, Leipzig Engelsdorf. That's one of the rail tour services, I think, with the, is that the 103? Nice. You got the little narrow gauge railway here as well.
Sifa. 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 Türfreigabe. Türfreigabe.
Right down the end.
Türfreigabe.
Here we are. Oschatz. Don't like saying that second part of the station name. As in English, that's something different entirely. Cool to see the narrow gauge railway there. There's quite a few of them round here as well. And there's this one. There's one at Radibühl. And then there's also one on the Dresden Chemnitz route as well. So are they heritage rail? I assume they must be heritage railways. And it is Riesa in 13 kilometres. Hang on, why's that still at max? That's no good. Right, let's go. I don't know if we got anything behind us.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug
No.
RE50 nach Dresden Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise.
Oh, there we go.
Station Riesa.
Riesa.
Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
So this is only our third time driving this part of the route between Oschatz and Riesa. We did it in the 294, which was a bit of a nightmare run. I'll go back to that loco at some point. And then we then did it in, well, the ICET going to Leipzig on the first look. Yeah, that 294 was a menace though. Not a big fan of it. That's the deluxe edition shunter you get, which we will get back to at some point, although I ain't rushing back to it. Let's get a flyby shot. Haven't had any temporary speed restrictions yet. I mean, on LZB it would be quite easy because it would just sort of bring us down for it. I wonder if at Riesa you get any allowance in the timetable. And so far there's not really been any allowance. We've sort of just been, what, 2 minutes late the whole way. So I wonder if at Riesa you get, you know, if you were on time maybe you'd get, you know, 3-4 minutes there. So somewhere we can sort of make up the time. I think we were due into Dresden at about 11:32, so we got about 50 minutes. But again, we will split the video, otherwise it will be a massively long video. Oh, that's LZB coming to an end, so we should already just acknowledge it and pop the throttle down as well. So the speed will likely drop. Well, at least that's what we did in the ICET, and it didn't have a go at us. So just LZB end, which is the PZB release key. Abandoned station. There you go, so we're now actually back on PZB. Quite a sort of, well, quickish, oh, I know, that's the AFB, isn't it? What's the hotkey for AFB? We're in trouble here, hang on. The hotkey for AFB, what is it? You have to sort of turn it off and turn it back on again to sort of reactivate it. AFB hotkey TSW. I always forget what it is. Hang on, we could just actually have a look on here. I'll control R, we'll just do that instead.
RFB.
There we go.
RFB. 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 RFB.
Control Y.
RFB.
There we go, we're all good. Just had to deactivate and turn it back on. Right, back to 160, come on. There we go. Oh, talk of the 294, here it is. Was that 294? Yeah, 294, so that's the new German shunter. Which is a bit of a hassle. We'll get used to it. Maybe. See that? Now we know when we're coming into Riesa, as you've got the massive yard before it, so it's quite obvious when you're coming into it. It's got to be on the lookout for warning boards now. So we've done 60 kilometres already. Yeah, it's gone quick. Yeah, 60 kilometres was what? That's what, 40 miles? Right, here we go. Warning board for a 120.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Again, I don't think you need to acknowledge things over 100, but just do it anyway. Better safe than sorry. They're gradually bringing us down for Riesa. Riesa. And there's the 80. There does have a magnet on it.
Zugbeeinflussung.
See, we've got the 1000 Hertz magnet popped up. So we have to be below 85 kilometers an hour within 23 seconds. Which for this train is relatively easy. But for some trains that is like panic. Especially if you're going at 160 and you get like a magnet all of a sudden. It's like on Hamburg-Lübeck, there's a 160 limit between Ahrensburg and, is it Bargderheide? And you get a 1000 Hertz magnet at going 160, and one of the ones on there is the 143. Yeah, that doesn't slow down in time. Unless you literally go like full service, maybe with an emergency, you might make it. So most of the time you do have time to slow down, but not always. Well, I suppose you probably should know that limit's there. Right, this is Riesa. So that's sort of coming off of the new part of the route and then onto the sort of old part of the route, which we'll then do in the second part of the video. Got some semaphores, number 294 over there. Probably get the announcements pop up in a minute. So we're now approaching Riesa.
Sifa.
Nächste Station, Riesa. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Doing the regional express over the new bit. Cool. See, you got sort of the old water pipes as well. When you had steamers on here. That's for that platform, surely. I'll stop at this one here. I probably would have been in if we had stopped on the other one, but this would do. Right, this is Riesa. No, we're running late apparently, so there's not really any time here. So about Riesa, yeah, not really any time. Well, that is going to be everybody, 294, for this part of the video here at Riesa. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it, and well, feel free to watch part 2, which I'm sure will be out soon enough, in which we'll go the rest of the way down to Dresden. Links to usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.